unchanged tonight, so it's Pope in goal, Trippier, Schär, Botman, Byrne at the back. In midfield, Joelinton, Bruno and Willock, Almiron and Isak, with Wilson in attack. The only alteration to the squad is on the bench. There is no Jacob Murphy. 17-year-old midfielder Lewis Miley takes his place among the replacements. 2 wins from the final 3 games will see Newcastle qualify for the Champions League. The first of those is underway against Brighton and Hove Albion here on BBC Radio Newcastle and NUFC TV. Brighton playing it back and Newcastle winning it from a misplaced pass, and Willock runs out to the left wing, going down the line with Caicedo, cuts inside. Joelinton, support from Byrne, doesn't need him, goes on a run, then he plays it back to the big man who checks, comes back inside, and it's Botman, and now Schär backpedaling. Referee waves to Jason Steele, orders him to get on with it. Trippier then beats Mitoma in the air to the ball. Almiron, lovely takedown. It's come to Wilson and Joelinton just outside the box. Isak on the left, cuts inside, goes for the far side of the goal, and it's bent away. Thought it had taken a deflection, but it was the whip of Isak's shot that carried it wide of Steele's goal onto Willock. Shifts it inside, moving the ball nicely, Willock. He's started well. Isak gets away from Caicedo. Brings it inside to Willock. Back through for Isak in the penalty area. Isak's cut back. It's blocked by 2 defenders and then cleared from the goal line. Byrne's got it in the middle. Bruno then brought down 30 yards out. Central position. Free kick. They look a little restless defensively, Brighton. Perhaps shaky. Fabian Schär is behind this and he's lining up a shot. Schär drives it straight at Steele. Powerfully struck, but the goalkeeper got into the right position and got his body behind it.
Yeah, comfortable save, decent hit.
Back to Steele, and then played forwards, and Newcastle have it just outside the box again. Bruno to Almiron. Has to go out wide. Brighton have bodies back. Bruno's given him support near the corner. Back through for Almiron. Cuts it back with his right. Willock stabbed wide of goal at the near side. But once again the press and the squeeze forces Brighton into a misplaced pass and an error, but Newcastle unable to make them pay. 3 of their last 4, Brighton, but they're under pressure again. It's Wilson to Joelinton in the box.
What a tackle that is.
Lewis Dunk makes it go behind for a corner with a brilliant piece of defending.
Yeah, they're going to get caught. I mean, giving it away in that area.
Steele's not really had much to do, but here's the latest corner. It's in!
Oh, gee.
Own goal! Kieran Trippier fired over the corner, kick towards the near post, and it looked as though it took a touch off a Brighton defender and flew across Jason Steele and inside the far corner of the net. And in a match they need to win, they have the lead. It's Newcastle United 1, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. Trippier getting all the congratulations. It was his corner that led to that own goal off Dennis Undav. Almiron, edge of the area. He's gone towards the middle of the 6-yard box. It's headed away. Then another Newcastle header from Botman to put it back into the middle. Byrne on his chest, brings it down Byrne! Went for the near side and was very close, and a deflection has taken it behind for another corner. Joelinton's taken a knock as they looked for him on the diagonal. Willock with the ball. They're playing on in this attack, Newcastle. Willock still going. He's been tripped near to the corner of the Brighton penalty area, and a yellow card is shown.
Undav.
To Trippier's free kick. It's a good one. It is in. It's a second goal, and it's Dan Byrne against his old club. Byrne knows all about scoring big goals at St James's Park. He's got what could be a crucial one and one that nudges them closer to the Champions League. Trippier just lifted it in round the back, and there was Burn with a header to nod it back across goal and in. And it's Newcastle United 2, Brighton and Hove Albion 0. And he lets out a huge roar with clenched fists as he turns towards the Milburn stand and heads off down the tunnel as the half-time whistle goes from Robert Jones. The perfect time to get number 2. Share, Isak through the middle. A ball out wide that's been headed by Caicedo, and he's lost it to Willock and then challenged, but Burn takes over, goes into the box. Buonanotte with him. Burn right next to the corner flag. Clips in the cross. Willock's header. Almiron, what a save! What a save! And Wilson heads the rebound onto the roof of the net. Almiron had to make it 3-0, but he's hit it straight at Jason Steele after a brilliant setup from Dan Burn involving Willock, and there was Almiron. Got to score. Big save from the keeper.
Huge save from the keeper, but as you say, he's got to score. Hits it straight at him, either side of it, and that's game, set, match.
Into Gilmore. Wilson applauded by the fans near us for his tracking back, and now they've played it through. It's Undav into the area. Dennis Undav scores! He's brought Brighton back into the game. It's 2-0 at half-time. Brighton come back into it with a goal in the second half. Into the box. Burn having his shirt pulled. It's clear as day. Referee does nothing. Newcastle, despite the appeals, still on the attack. Almiron, left-footed cross from the right. Good header! Pushed away by Steele. Still not away. Share off the line and blocked. Burn on the follow-up. Out to the left corner with Joelinton. 2 Brighton players with him. It's a good battle for the ball. Joelinton comes away with it. Gets into the penalty area and then commits a foul on Caicedo and reacts angrily. And now Newcastle go back to the referee. Burn was, you could see the stretch of his black and white shirt from the pull from the defender. That's what they were arguing about. Joelinton's gone down holding his head now, and the referee stopped the game. But they had a few chances, and in that move, Brighton struggling to clear. Dan Burn chests it, and Anderson takes it on the spin. Oh, brought down by Van Hecke, but play on. They could be in. Bruno onto Isak, into the box. Isak, now it's Anderson, and it's Bruno over the top. Yellow card for Jan-Paul Van Hecke. And Anderson's gone back down. He got himself up again after the challenge came in to join in with the attack, and it was a good Newcastle break. But Bruno, who hasn't scored since January, was off target with the shot, but possibly always on the stretch. It's run out to the corner. Trippier sends Mitoma over with a shoulder barge, and Almiron away, knocking it around. Caicedo, lovely play. Wilson played through, one-on-one with Steele. Callum Wilson to seal it. Never in doubt. Wilson one-on-one scores the goal at the Gallagher end that will take Newcastle to within 3 points of the Champions League. Number 18 of a brilliant season, and 11 in 10 appearances. Played through by Almiron, slotted it past Steele, right-footed. Newcastle United 3, Brighton and Hove Albion 1.
Quality finish. I mean, they did well in the corner. Trippier does great. Then Almiron.
As Newcastle, Isak